Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing episode number 8, I think, of I Build Your Teams, series where I build my viewer squads into the best teams possible for my team showdown or whatever else you might be playing in. In today's episode, I'm just going to go ahead and do all 10 of the people's teams who have replied to me already. I'm going to try to do them quickly, but I am having to leave here in a little bit, so I'm just going to knock out a few teams real fast. We're going to go one by one, a little bit different than I normally do, where I just have 6 or 7 teams set up. We're going to do it like this, though. We're going to kind of speed run it and go through and try to cover everybody's team who responded early to me on this tweet. So 2 million MT for Cal. He says he never takes fades, still loves J-Kid, and if size is an issue, he throws in Tyreek Evans. That honestly works for me. I'm gonna be completely honest. Looking at this team with 2 million MT, there's nothing that's like a must replace. The one player I would want to get though is Jaren Jackson Jr. You have 2 million MT, he's gonna cost you less than 500k, even for a badged version. He's incredible. I think he'd be a nice upgrade. If you want to upgrade somewhere else, Andrew Wiggins over Klay Thompson at shooting guard would be your secondary upgrade. Those are the two things to me that I think would be upgrades to consider for your squad. Next up is my guy Blazian. He says not much MT, but Jaren and Bam are sellable. He's got 5 Hoff, Marcus Smart. Definitely sell the Marcus Smart. You don't need him. Your point guards are great. Bam is, well, you have Thurl Bailey unsellable. I low-key think maybe you just sell Bam as well to make the MT as well, because you could use a couple 100,000 MT. This team is good. I wouldn't actually change anything. You just throw Thurl in at your backup 4, or you go Sigma at the 4, or Dikembe at the 5 if you want to use Dikembe. However you want to do it, but I think you need to make MT right now with the lack of MT. So sell that Marcus Smart, sell that Bam. Team is looking really solid after that. I like the squad already. You got a good one, good looking team. Next up is Sam, has about 350,000 MT. He says his weekends are going to start opening up, so he's hoping that he'll be able to get some good hidden gems from King of the Court, which is valid. That would be nice. Need a center. Honestly, if you want to go pretty affordable center, the best affordable center in the game right now is Amethyst DeAndre, and he's only 60, 70K or something like that. Not bad at all. He's almost as good as his diamond, to be totally honest. So that's who I'd add at the backup center position. Otherwise, point guards are fine, especially for right now on a budget. Shooting guards are honestly okay too. That Nick Young's a bucket getter. I don't mind that card. Jimmy's not bad. Honestly, maybe you just get DeAndre and save your MT after that. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, because there's nothing here that's like an absolute must upgrade otherwise. There are a couple spots in the bench you probably could upgrade here and there, but is it really worth spending your MT? Honestly, right now, I don't think so. I would just add Amethyst DeAndre and then kind of leave it like that for the time being. Next up is my guy Hurley, has 3.4 million MT with Jaren as his only sellable card. I'm gonna be completely honest, all you need is a shooting guard. I just don't love Klay anymore. That's my opinion. You may like him. I'd replace him personally. I'd keep Bowen. I prefer Bowen to Klay personally. He's bigger, more complete defensively, more athletic. I would probably just replace Klay with Andrew Wiggins, just like I said for Cal's team. That's really the only change you need, though. Antoine Walker's a nice hidden gem card. That was a blessed pull. And the rest of your team's freaking awesome. So I would just add Andrew Wiggins and you're good. Leavine says he sold his team at 650k MT. So these are all unsellable cards. Well, excuse me, you need a center. Amethyst DeMarcus Cousins, or Amethyst DeAndre and replaces DeMarcus Cousins is way better. That's an upgrade. Bowen should probably be starting, although you do kind of need some defense here. You need point guards. Grind for VJ Edgecombe and buy Amethyst Marcus Smart. Your point guard position is way upgraded just off of those 2 cards. You eventually, honestly, probably need a shooting guard, but for now you can kind of leave your shooting guards as is with Klay and Beal. I would like to take Zion out of there too, honestly. Maybe you go get Amethyst Camp Johnson from locking in a couple Wild Gem Emeralds. You could consider that, or you could buy, like, honestly, even Jimmy Butler I think is better than Zion, really. What I would do for your team is I would go VJ Edgecombe, Klay, Bruce Bowen. Yeah, VJ Edgecombe, Klay, Bruce Bowen, John Isaac, and Sigma. And then you'd have Marcus Smart, Beal, Jimmy Butler, Kwame, DeAndre, and then save the rest of your MT for now until next week. That's my thought. Pods fan says he's not playing very much. Should he sell everything? He's King of the Court only. I mean, let's see. What would you sell? You have McKee, you have Turner, and you have Leitner. Leitner I would absolutely sell without a shadow of a doubt. McKee, I mean, you could honestly sell. I like McKee, but you could just grind for that you could grind for that Jimmy Butler and probably be fine to replace McKee as like a free option. Miles Turner, I don't know. I mean, you can always slide Sigma to the 5, but then you'd need to get a 4. If you do that, I think you're kind of weakening your lineup selling Miles Turner. It depends how much you're playing, though. I mean, if you're really not playing the game much at all, I don't think there's any issue to selling that. I would definitely sell Leitner, and I would maybe sell McKee. Miles Turner's more up in the air. If you're going to keep playing King of the Court on a weekly basis, I'd probably want to keep him, just to give yourself the best chance possible to succeed. Level 5, though, obviously, I mean, you're not getting close to Bosch with that. It would be nice to be able to get Bosch, but I don't know if you're going to be able to grind enough this season to get him if you're not playing much, and honestly, I don't blame you if not. Clinton has 591k MT as well, said he inserted VJ for Mike, which is smart. That's an obvious upgrade. Shooting guards are nice, small forwards are nice, power forwards are fine. Channing Frye is easily your weakest position, and you have the MT to where you could go get a Jaren Jackson Jr. and not really cost yourself too much because you'll still have a couple 100,000 MT. I would add Jaren, start him at center, and bring Sigma off the bench. That's my opinion. I think Nance and John Isaac I'd probably switch to just because I like Nance at the 4 with his shooting a little more. Bring Isaac off the bench maybe at the 3, and then have Siakam at the 4. That's kind of my thought, is start Nance over Isaac, but up to you how you want to do that. But I would add Jaren Jackson Jr. and then Channing Frye is out of the lineup. Your biggest hole is gone. I mean, your two biggest holes were Conley and Frye, but now you replace Conley with VJ and you replace Frye with Jaren, and I think you are looking really, really good. 150k for Gunn. She says he'll have 400k if his investments sell for at their current price. I mean, honestly, this team just needs a shooting guard and a small forward eventually, but I actually like Kazonia if you have defensive badges on him. If you don't have defensive badges on him, probably need to replace him. Marvin Williams is not bad either. I would consider, it just depends how much those Emerald Wild Gem cards are selling for. I don't know how much they're selling for right now, because if Cam Johnson, if you can get him for sub 50k, I think he is a great buy. I really like that card a lot. The question is it worth spending that type of MT if you can't? And the answer is, it looks like you can't. I'm checking on the auction house right now. If you have to buy the Wild Gems, it's going to cost you like closer to 75k, it looks like still. So wow, even more than that. Goodness gracious. You know what, scratch Cam Johnson, probably not a good upgrade there. Maybe you add Trey Murphy instead of Marvin Williams. It depends if you have D badges on him. You could honestly leave this team as is for now. Only level 4, probably. Again, if you can grind for Bosch, that'd be nice, but I don't blame you if you don't want to. Maybe VJ Edgecombe eventually be a nice grindable card to get. You could get Jimmy Butler and sell Marvin Williams if you wanted to, but I would kind of, for the most part, leave this team as is. Eventually, you're going to want to replace McDice. That's where Bosch would be helpful, but you don't need to grind for him. Final 2 teams, Chase and Fargo. Chase has 470k. He badged VJ. Mike Miller he likes. Okay. To be honest, then, I don't see a need to upgrade anything. Jaren Jackson Jr. is your biggest upgrade. You replace Siakam. You start Jaren over Bosch. You bring Bosch. Actually, you start Jaren. You know what I would do? I'd go Jaren, Bosch, and then Kwame Sigma off the bench. That's what I would do. Just my opinion. Up to you, but that, if you're looking to upgrade, that's where you upgrade right now, I think, especially if you like Mike Miller. That's my thought. And then the final team today comes in from Fargo. He's got 715 at 1,000 MT. 9 players from Ayton doing it for through breakout. I respect that. That's a W. So once you get Ayton, I would slide Kwame. Actually, I would start Ayton. You can go Kwame Dikembe off the bench, but that is going to be a little questionable. I would at least keep Siakam in your last 3 so that you have the option to still go Siakam Kwame if you're getting killed with having Dikembe on the court, because Dikembe might be an issue at times. But start Ayton, and then you have Siakam, Kwame, and Dikembe as bench options. Small forwards are great. Shooting guards are fine, although, again, I'd still love to replace Clay with Andrew Wiggins personally. Up to you. Point guards are good, too. Yeah, another good squad. So that is the final team for today's episode. I hope y'all did enjoy. Managed to get to everybody who has responded so far. So I hope y'all, if y'all responded early, man, I was able to get to y'all this week. So that's a W. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.